Welcome back, and just in case you're just joining us, this is the desk here on Global Television, and my name is Godwin Sunday. I'm being joined to talk about the issues around border security, trying to X-ray the borders and Nigerian border immigration laws and some of the things that we've seen around the border. And I'm being joined right now by Ambassador Hussaini, Coomasisie, and we'll be talking about border security right now. But first, you're welcome to the desk on Global Television.
Thank you very much.
All right, so let's delve into the conversation. A lot of innovation, so to say, have been seen by the Honorable Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Ojo. We've seen also policies from here and there just to fast track some of the things around border security. But sadly, about 162 personnel will be trained on the e-borders platform in order to understand how to go about the e-visa and all of this. But we are not yet addressing the issues around border. But first, what do you make of the general border security in Nigeria?
Thank you very much for having been here. The issue of border is a very large one. It's a very wide scope of border monitoring or border security. The minister is just adding some or shedding some light. But I think the CG is the principal actor of this because it's within her jurisdiction. Minister is a supervisor, supervising the paramilitary agencies under the interior. But he's actually the controller general that is responsible for border security. And I was here some times back when she was appointed sometime last year. I think this is exactly 1 year of her being in office. And we discussed issue of this nature. And I clarified, I made it clear. Immigration is the agency charged with the responsibility of border security. Any other agency come out after immigration. But how did we get it wrong? The porous borders we have, over 1,000 porous borders. And only 84 thereabouts are officially marked for Trans-Sahara or whatever sea border trade. I'm talking about the sea border, air border, land border, both north, around Nigeria. We have 84 recognized official routes and over 1,000 porous. So it is 84 that is actually manned. Others that the bad guys normally use are unmanned. Immigration are short of manpower. Thank God, from my findings, I got to understand that the immigration have been given a slot of about 5 or 10,000 thereabout to recruit more officers to tackle all these menace. Borders need drones. Borders need operational vehicles, motorbikes, and so on and so forth. It's not everything that a physical human being should be there. There are certain things your drone or you will be sitting down in your office and map out the black spots. And these are areas that immigration is lacking. And thank God, in this year's budget, areas like this have been captured. And I think there is substantial amount of money for capital project, which will be. So very soon, you will see the immigration in action in terms of securing the borders. All these bad guys that today have terrorized Nigeria, northern Nigeria to be precise, came through the borders, the porous borders, arms trade, human trafficking, and so on and so all these illicit, illegal activities came through porous borders. Nobody will carry arm to pass through Iduroko, Semeboda, or Ilela, or Megatari, Kongola. No. They normally use, and the time when you are busy, they are more vigilant and agile than you. Because some officers, we are not human, we are not machines. Officers are human beings that get to do some things and get tired. So in that, during the resting hours, that is the area, the time, the bad guys normally act. So how do we come about it? It's through this modern equipment to be able to secure it. The minister is doing well in terms of promoting all this, creating more awareness. And the CG as well. I made it clear to her that keeping quiet will not solve. You have to tell Nigerians what you have done so far. The minister is telling us every day how we have achieved. Even at the end, he even going deep into her own project. Her own project, and making it look like his own. He is not hijacking it, but he has to speak out for Nigerians to understand what agencies under him are doing. So it's left for the captains of those agencies to come and tell us what we have achieved so far. So this is the area that immigration will come up. Very soon the PRO section will come and tell you how far they have gone. But
So having said this, let's look at the e-visa process. Since you've mentioned immigration, you've also mentioned that we have porous borders, which has been the conversation for almost it's like as old as Nigeria in itself. 84 borders out of more than, they said more than 2,000.
More than 1,000.
They said more than 2,000 borders, porous borders, based on my research that I've been doing so far. But looking at all of this and the introduction of the e-visa, is this the right way to go as a people?
No. To me personally, when the e-visa project was introduced or mentioned by the minister, Honorable Minister, Dr. Tunji Ojo, I faulted that area. We are in a hurry. We shouldn't be in a hurry because we have a lot of challenges that the e-visa matter does not even arise at all. We are in a hurry. It's too early. We need to create more time. I don't know whether because of the timing, ministers have some few years to serve and go. So maybe because of that, he or they want to rush things within a short possible time to do. No. It doesn't work that way. Immigration, as you see, is a very large, very wide area of operation. And when you are rushing things, as you are rushing in, you will end up rushing out. Many projects or many ideas like this were brought in, but later they couldn't succeed in executing them because it was a wrong time for it. We are yet to finish with class 1. You don't jump primary to secondary school. So the e-visa left for me should put on hold now. Look at the e-toll. It doesn't even reflect. What are we using the e-toll for? Not yet. Let us capture it in the future, but not immediately. So it's a very good initiative, but I don't think it is the right time to do that right thing. It is a right thing, but not at the right time.
So let's talk about personnel even at the borders. If you approach Seme border, you see the Nigerian custom, you see immigration. You likely even find the Nigerian police around that vicinity. Same thing with the Ecom border, even in Cross River State and other part of Nigeria. Similar kind of treatment you meet in those borders. So I want to ask at this point, could this interplay that has turned to be turned to be an ugly scene within the border scenario? You get embarrassed by, first you meet the Nigerian custom, you get embarrassed by the immigration officers, you get embarrassed, not welcomed per se, but you get this treatment like you're not supposed to be here. Or could this all this interplay be a factor that some of these can be a loophole for border interlopers to use, to knowing fully whether there's no unity in the borders, to explore this means and be able to do their things?
Well, this area that you are talking about, I have visited around all these Badagry Same border, Iduroko, and some of these northern borders. You are very correct. What we are lacking is synergy. What the service immigration is lacking, or the security agencies are lacking, is synergy. If there is synergy, when immigration in the line of duty come across a suspected drug trafficker, all the immigration officer could do is to recommend that subject to the appropriate agency, NDLEA.
NDLEA.
At the border, if you have been to foreign countries, fortunately, I'm lucky to be around or visited about 44 countries around the globe. And this is my area of interest, border. I was part of the team that visited Polish border guard in 2003. And I understand very clearly, that's exactly what the CG of immigration is doing right now. Not just the theory, what she read in school or professional courses, and not what she visited at home. She is busy honoring some invitation from US, from the Netherlands, from UK, from Canada, going to the borders and being taught, guided on how to go about securing her own border. Anytime she travels and comes back, she comes with new initiatives and she put it into practice. And this is exactly what is needed. The border, the principal actors of the borders are just three. The principal actors. And the owner, the gate man or the gatekeeper of the border is immigration, seconded by DSS. Then custom comes in terms of luggages. Custom work hand in hand with NDLEA because they check baggage. So, but the person to be screened before coming to custom zone should be the duty of immigration officer. But it has come to a stage that immigration duties everywhere have been hijacked by other sister agencies. But immigration don't hijack other people's duty. Of recent, I read in a newspaper where a civil defense CG was saying that they will dispatch some officers at the borders. Is it your duty? No. We have over 5,000 pipelines unmanned, which is your principal duty. Security and civil defense, your duty is to safeguard government properties, not border security. It's not yours. Another agency is tasked with that duty. After immigration, if I will come in, after the immigration custom clearance, what you're supposed to, at this kind of borders, what you're supposed to do is some yards off the borders, there should be police screening points. They call it observation posts. And there should be military before going into the main town. There should be military platoon command to be able to, let's say, to protect the other agencies. So after beating all these things, is the military that will be there to protect the international boundaries from the inflow of bad guys. But at the border, you don't need military, you don't need police, you don't need civil defense. All you need at the border is immigration, DSS first. After immigration, after DSS, then you come to custom, NDLEA. Then any other security should be some yards or meters or kilometers away from that border post. So as you rightly said, there is a need to check all these border irregularities. There is a need. Those that have no business at the border, you should not judge because I'm a uniformed personnel, not the border. There is no. Equip immigration to do their duty, to do their job very well. You don't equip police and expect immigration with empty hand to do the necessary thing. No, they cannot do. And it is their work. But you are busy equipping police. That is, you are chasing, you're leaving the subject and chasing a shadow. So why can't you equip the immigration? Let her execute their job properly. Equip them with drones, equip them with security cameras, equip them with body cameras, equip them with operational vehicles, operational motorcycles, and so on and so forth. You don't equip civil defense or equip police and leave immigration empty-handed. Go to Congola. During the last visit of the Controller General, I accompanied her. Congola, the entire Congola has one dead vehicle. It was when one dead vehicle. as a camouflage.
That's interesting.
Yes, it was when she came back, then she started dispatching some vehicles. The ones she had available in the store, she dispatched, I think, about 4 vehicles she sent to Congolans so far. So all these things are things when the CG visit an area or some areas and fish out the setbacks in those areas, come back home, put it on a drawing board, then fix this, the deficit wherever there is. But you don't just stay in your comfort zone and no. So I like what she's doing right now, and she's on the right track, but she cannot do it without the support of the might of this federal government. And that is why I wanted the minister not just coming on air telling us what immigration has achieved, because of course what immigration has achieved is the credit of immigration, not the interior minister. Because under interior ministry we have some departments that are not doing well, like Department of Citizenship and Business. They are not doing well. The National Civic Registration, which is of recent being recommended back to interior ministry, supposed to be checkmated. The CEPAC, Combined Expatriate Resident Permit and Aliens Card, CEPAC, is not also doing well. You are discouraging expatriates from coming by inflating the price of the resident card from 1,000 to 2,000 by the previous minister. So now, instead of you to work and reverse that price to encourage expatriates, no, you have left that side and you are looking at the credit of immigration. So this is the area that I would like Honorable Minister, who I respect very well. He respects me and I respect him double. To use that his brain, initiatives that he's bringing to the ministry or to the immigration, because they are policy makers. Immigration are operational, they are policy makers. They make the policy for immigration to operate. So you don't make policy and operate at the same time, no. Use his initiatives to present some of these sensitive issues for mega money. Immigration needs huge funds, huge funding to be able to execute some of the huge projects you are talking about. Present it at the FEC, you will be responded to. You need, that is why you are there. Present immigration challenges need federal government approval outside the budget. As it was in 1988-89 that I was in the service, there was something called Border Patrol, Custom Immigration Joint Border Patrol.
Is this, it does not, I don't think it exists.
Doesn't exist
okay,
anymore.
I wanted to draw your attention to it. I don't think it exists anymore.
It doesn't exist. So that time it was directly under presidency. All the fundings came through presidency, and they were able to do with a lot of vehicles, 60 G-Wagons, 41 Land Rovers, 200 Peugeot, helicopters, drone, Donia aeroplanes were given by Shagaya to the then immigration organization, immigration and custom agencies.
Yeah.
They did very well. Imagine 60 G-Wagon then and 200 vehicles only for Border Patrol. So they call them Custom Immigration Joint Border Patrol with a special number plates. Interior Ministry was using 14 FGN, but the border management was using 49 FGN, specially created number under a unit under the presidency, under the office of the SGF to monitor such. And we were doing well. Why can't this kind of initiative be reintroduced, maybe in a different way?
Well, Ambassador Coomasisie, a lot of young people watching right now will ask, how did we miss it as a people? Where did we get it wrong? Even in terms of manning our borders, that the porousness of the borders, it's adding up on a daily basis. If you shut this border down today, these boys that always want to pervert evil and doom, inflict pains, unnecessary pains on Nigerians, will look for ways to also come in. And before the security intelligence now know that they've already entered the country, it will take a while, and that will be their way of coming in and going out. And this has become a recurring phenomenon and a common decimal factor. But I want to ask, even on this table, how did we miss it as a people?
This very, as you are saying, it has demoralized my system. 3 things are missing. 1, patriotism. We are lacking that patriotism in us. Nigerians believe in talking, too much talking. They don't love, just few. Many don't have the love of the country at heart, are not ready to die for the country. Why? Because if you die for the country, your family will be left to their fates. And many people that before were ready to die are not ready to die now, because they have seen what their former colleagues experience. That's number 1. Number 2, I will still go back to that fund. Inadequate operational equipment also counts. Because if there is adequate information, the DSS are doing very well to feed us with intel. But how do you execute that intel? Will you just go empty-handed and engage this thing? I will run for my dear life, because I cannot engage somebody that comes with double AK-47 and I'm armless, just wearing the uniform. I will remove the uniform and run away. But when I'm holding even a double barrel, I will try and, before they kill me, I will try and gun 2 or 3 down. We have reduced the number of bad guys. But the equipment, the arms, ammunitions, operational vehicles, I emphasize on that area of operational vehicles, not just Hilux, a fragile Hilux, no. A well-equipped operational vehicle, APCs, highly communicated vehicles and motorcycles can do the needful. Not just the manpower. The Europeans, all these countries facing terrorism, if you go to the global market, you understand that many countries are facing what we are facing. Just that ours is something like a bush bunny, a wild bush bunny. It goes, you not understand. Turji is there tormenting people here and there until today. They couldn't be able to arrest. But you see people going to the border, they want to take a job of immigration. Whereas the job that's supposed to be your own, it has already happened in the issue. The internal security, you cannot be able, is it external security that you can be able to do it? No. So I still insist that let us be patriot and let the federal government look deep into the staff welfare. When you die in the line of duty, this is what comes for your family. Some people will even lose, their family will even be evicted out of the barracks when they die. So will you agree to die and leave your family to suffer? No. You don't wait till you get it in heaven. Your heaven should be here and there. Even God himself said, as for heaven here on earth and hereafter. So the issue is that, as I said, the staff welfare should be taken care of. Let there be some special allowances for special operations. Special allowances for special operations. Let it be huge so that the person can get something. And there should be promise, because the previous CG, Jere, did the same thing, and this woman has already penciled down. Whoever dies in the line of duty, if you have a grown-up children, they will be recruited in this system. So, it kind of compensation. So this can boost morale.
Well, Ambassador Coomasisie, there's a lot to discuss on this table, but I'm just being signaled right now that our time is fast spent. A lot, because we've not even started the conversation.
I'm telling you,
a lot of things
my point.
A lot of things we want to talk on this. We'll have to bring you back again, even on.
I'm ready anytime.
All right. Well, this is how far we can go on, and say thank you so much for being a part of the show. Well, viewers, this is how far we can run even this evening. Do remember that you can join the conversation on our various social media handle right now, showing on your screen. Should you want to do that right away, you just go straight to your social media and type in Global TV NG to be part of the conversation. And of course, you can download the Global TV app on Android and iOS devices to keep track of our conversations, even here on the Global Television. Till I come your way again, even on the desk, I am Godwin Sunday. Always remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Enjoy the rest of your evening.